Merry meet and welcome to the daily reading for all signs for today, the 23rd of November, 2024. This is Ariel Gatoga, and today I'm reading with this Gulliver Tarot, and I'm going to purify with this Vervain by Provence Santé. 3 sprays is what I like to use in a big room. You can do fine with just one. It's a wonderful alternative to smudge. I like a good Van. You can find links to purchase these products right in the video description of this video on my YouTube channel. Let's see what's in the cards for everybody today. Starting with a Justice card, Fool card, and a 5 of Coins card. Okay. It's interesting because things seem to be coming back into balance. You seem to be on your right path. But there's this idea that spiritual growth and innocence and doing the right thing and being clear and all of that stuff comes with a price. And it does, but it's not the price of what a lot of people want you to believe it is. A lot of people still believe that you can't have financial prosperity and spiritual enlightenment all at the same time. There was a quote in the New Testament that I believe was misquoted. It said, it's easier for a camel to get through the eye of a needle than a rich man to get to heaven. What that really, the translation should have been a piece of rope. It's easier to get a piece of rope through the eye of a needle than it is for a rich man to get into heaven. That makes more sense, doesn't it? Because a lot of times when money is a big deal for us and you know it's all encompassing and we're which is, I mean, this world requires money. This world requires us to have at least some sense of financial prosperity, or it's a miserable place to live, right? But if you're overly concerned with money and that becomes the only thing that you think about, it becomes very difficult to navigate yourself spiritually. So the whole point of all of that is that you do want to focus on your spiritual life first and let the money be an outpouring of that. But the money can't be an outpouring of that if you are believing that there's something inherently evil about money. Right? And I think that sometimes people play lip service to the idea of prosperity, but internally they haven't really gotten over some of that old conditioning that money is the root of all evil. It's not money that's the root of all evil. It's worshiping money that's the root of all evil. And it's worshiping anything other than infinite intelligence is what that means, because why that's, quote, evil is not because it's something to be punished, but because it's that you're putting your power, you're focusing all of your power on something that is not powerful. So you're putting all of your trust into something that is not powerful. That's nothing. Money is really nothing. It's a system of exchange. It doesn't really exist. But if you put all of your trust in the infinite, then and let go of your judgment about money and rich people and all of that stuff, the infinite will make sure that you have everything that you need. Right? So you don't have to have this dichotomy between being spiritually astute or being spiritually aware and having your financial needs met. You can have both, and the infinite wants you to have both. Queen of Swords, 5 of Wands, and 2 of Cups. There's an impatience with yourself that's coming about because you're not being kind to yourself. You're not being kind to yourself. And a lot of you, that's where a lot of this fear of poverty is coming from, is because you really don't believe you deserve it. You really have bought into some judgment about yourself that somebody gave you a long time ago, and you've never let up off of it. You've taken that ball and run with it. And it's up to you to make that new decision. Nobody else is going to come along and say, it's time for you to stop being so mean to yourself and be kind to yourself. Well, I'm coming along and saying it, so I guess one person can. But it really does have to be up to you to listen and be aware of the kinds of attitudes you have about yourself, right? The infinite is ready, willing, and able to bring to you all of the resolution from your entire life of things that were out of balance. Wants you to have the money, wants you to have the companionship, wants you to have the health, all of it. All of it. It wants you to have that. And it sees you as an innocent child of the universe, because that's what you are. But then you start believing this Queen of Swords nonsense about yourself, bitching and moaning about how you're not good enough, and really being on your own case about things, and you never let up off of yourself, and you think you should be so farther along than you are, and what's wrong with you, right? That should make you mad. That should make you mad. Don't try to keep it together when you realize what's been going on. I remember the first time I realized how I'd been treating myself, and that I'd been sort of like taking my cue from the world. And I remember when I realized it, how upset I was. Not necessarily at myself, yeah, but I was upset about all of the time I'd wasted. I'd been sort of asleep, believing that I was just this insignificant, nothing, horrible person, right? And when I realized, wait a minute, that's not how I was created. If I'm an insignificant, nothing, horrible person, what's that say about God? Must be pretty stupid, right? So it just sort of came to me in a flash that can't be true. That can't be true. And so I really did get upset about that. And I did have to kind of process through it. And you should get upset about it too. You should get upset about it too. These ideas that you're not enough, that you're not good enough, that there's so much wrong with you, that you're not going fast enough and you should be better off than where you are, all of that stuff, I guarantee you that's not the way that the universe sees you. The universe sees you as pure, innocent, holy, fabulous, is so delighted with you, thinks you're wonderful, really wants you to share that opinion, but can't force you. Right? So the money thing, the universe wants you to have it. The universe wants you to be healthy, happy, and financially prosperous. Whatever amount of money is necessary for you to really be happy. The universe would prefer you have enough money not to think about money all the time, but not so much that that's all you obsess over. That would be perfect for the universe. So let it bring it to you. Let the universe bring that to you. How do you do that? By getting out of your own way. Because you're not going to accept that from the universe if you continue to hold these thoughts about yourself that you don't deserve it, that you're not good enough. There's something wrong with you. You should be farther along. What's the matter with me? All of those kinds of ideas, whatever they happen to be, whatever this Queen of Swords nonsense is that you're allowing to run rampant in your mind. And it really gets dicey when we pretend like we don't feel that way about ourselves. There's a real big difference than knowing that we are perfect as we were created, and pretending that we know that we're perfect as we were created. So don't fake it. This is not the time for fake it till you make it. This is the time for asking to be shown the truth about who you are, so that the universe can help show the Queen of Swords the door. Right? And she actually just dissolves if you recognize who she is. Just recognize her for what she is. When you start noticing that Queen of Swords attitude in yourself, she tries to be sly. She doesn't want to be obvious because she doesn't want you to melt her, but you can melt her. All you have to do is call her out on it. Just notice her. Notice her. So the next time you notice yourself saying something negative about yourself, even sort of innocuously, or trying to make a joke at your own expense to sort of, lighten the mood or whatever, just call it out for what it is. Queen of Swords. And it's not that you can never have self-deprecating humor ever again, because there is a place for that and it can be charming, but not right now. Not right now. Because right now, that's not what that is. Right now, what this is you not calling her out for her nonsense. Don't put up with that part of your own mind that wants to put you down, that wants to think that you're not good enough, that wants to prove to you that you should be different than the way you are. The universe doesn't see you that way, and the universe is waiting to bring you everything that you need. but can't go against your own will. And if you have this idea that you can't have anything that you want because you don't deserve it, even if you don't say it quite like that, the universe has got to just sit and wait patiently for you to change your mind. So change your mind. Ask that the universe show you who you are as it sees you. So if God is a term that you use, just God, show me how you see me. I want to see me through your eyes. I want you to show me who that is. If it's the goddess, show me how you see me. As you see me through your eyes, how am I in your eyes? And what you will be shown is that you're an innocent child that has never done anything wrong, that's always perfect, that is so beloved. Think of how a mother is when she has a little baby or a little toddler or something like that. Yeah, the toddler can act up. Yeah, the baby can cry, but it doesn't make the mother not like the baby or not like the toddler, right? Not love them. Just sees them as the most fabulous little thing in the whole universe, and that's how you're seen. But until you're able to understand that that's who you really are, you're always going to be rejecting all your good, and that should make you mad. So if you're a little angry at that, get mad at it. That's fine. It's a healthy anger, and you can have a little toddler temper tantrum if you need to move that energy, or do whatever you can do to move that energy and to call out this Queen of Swords every time and say, I am ready to be shown how perfect I am now, and I'm ready to receive all the gifts that are waiting for me. Now it's not up to you to go find it and to go make it and to go get it. Now it's up to you to recognize that you deserve all of the gifts that the universe has for you. That's your job, not to go out and find the gifts. The gifts are waiting for you. All right, you're going to do very well. Don't let the Queen of Swords have any more control in your life today. Call her out each and every time. You're going to do great. Thank you so much for spending some time with me. We'll see everybody tomorrow for another daily reading. Until then, blessed be.